1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
That's falling.
1, 2.
Head west, over the mountains.
Would you like me?
At first glance, Finch might come across as another movie with a man and a dog trying to survive on a dystopian, desolate Earth, with a mix of robots for a twist. The story of humans told through a survivor who bonds with unlikely companions after the world as we know it has ended and the vices that have led to it.
Come and see this.
Tie the RV down. Hang on to something.
The comparison, however, ends there honestly. Many critics of the movie pointed out that the film failed to do anything new in the post-apocalyptic genre, and it's more of the same, which I think is a valid criticism, but as a film, it's so much more than one anticipates. So much more than the violence we anticipate in the post-apocalyptic genre.
And I found you. What shall we have? Get your elbows off the table. Get your elbows off the table.
Even though the trope is recognizable, its execution is new and expansive with its portrayal of the human experience in a world like that.
Now, if you can speak, tell me something about you.
That robots must protect dog.
Hunger turned men into murderers, but made me a coward. How can you believe in that, Finch? It's heartwarming, personable, and thought-provoking. The filmmakers behind this have created a film that could have become a classic if it had done something new like I Am Legend. The Crew of Finch. The movie is streaming on Apple TV+. Initially, it was planned as a theater release in October 2020. But unfortunately couldn't make it to the big dark room because of the actual near-apocalyptic event. The film is written by Craig Luck and Ivor Powell. Ivor Powell's portfolio includes Ridley Scott's Alien and Blade Runner, which are sci-fi classics. It's directed by Miguel Sapochnik, the Game of Thrones famed director known for iconic and visceral episodes like Hard Home, The Winds of Winter, and The Bells. He sort of debuted with his first big-budget movie with Finch. Sapochnik is a maestro of eliciting strong emotions in the viewer and creating tense, well-composed, mythic scenes that are profound and thrilling, leaving you with a fulfilling emptiness. The one long continuous story sequence in the Winds of Winter episode where Cersei destroys the Sept of Baelor by light of the Seven, an ominous piano and violin composition by Ramin Djawadi plays in the background, and the gothic frame from the Clegane Bowl in the episode The Bells, I believe are two of the greatest moments in cinema history. Truly, a director to look out for in the future. I personally watched Finch because of him. Finch Weinberg is played by the Academy Award-winning master of solo performances, Tom Hanks. He just knows how to play a man who's on his own, experiencing the full range of human emotions. Authentic in every way. Jeff the robot has been voice acted by Caleb Landry Jones, an endearing performance. Academy Award winner Gustavo Santaolalla has composed its music, who is known for many award-winning films. He is also the composer of The Last of Us Part 2 game, for which he has also won the BAFTA award. It's a heavyweight production house, and together they have brought to life what I call great cinema. Engaging, contemplative, exciting, adventurous, and epic. Plot of Finch and my thoughts on it. As I read online, the plot is about Finch Weinberg, a robotics engineer who gets stuck at his workplace and survives with his dog Goodyear after a solar flare destroys the ozone layer and makes most of the Earth inhabitable. Then he races to invent a sentient robot that will take care of his dog after him. Finch. What about the fourth directive? Jeff. In Finch's absence, robot must protect the welfare of dog. This directive supersedes all other directives. I don't know if this was the maker's intended synopsis of the plot, but I personally just watched the movie and did not at any point think that he invented the robot just for the dog. I just thought, okay, the robot's main job is to protect the dog, even over Finch. Because Finch's will to live has nearly dried out. We also do learn later in the movie that Finch is sick and the supplies are extremely scarce. That's why I said as I read online. To me, it was just a story of survival and how a human, even after having speaking, responding companions, feels alone. As ultimately they are machines and animals that he's taking care of. They're not human. Surface temperatures rise to 66 degrees Celsius and Finch wanders around the world scavenging for supplies for himself and his dog. He tells the robot, lesson number 1, never pass on the opportunity for your next meal, especially when you have a hungry dog to feed. World events conspire and Finch and his companions are pushed away from the safe haven for survival. The journey they take and the thoughts they exchange are the highlights of the movie.
Hey, what's all the fuss?
I learned to talk dog. I don't think it likes me.
Props to the cinematographer of the movie, Joe Willems, who has masterfully captured the vision of the director. As a photographer and an amateur filmmaker myself, I relished the great light, angles, compositions, color grading, and the art of the lens in every movie I watch. This movie sure has many shots that are full of character. As a movie buff, I also won't miss out on appreciating every other facet of the movie: the art direction, the sound design, and the visual effects. It's a refreshingly heartwarming, desolate experience. It's filled with moments of wonder, like from the moment the robot first comes to life, to it wanting to name itself and trying to learn about the paradoxical nature of humans, like an innocent 7-year-old with the mental capacity of an adult. One small step for man, but a giant leap for Finch Weinberg. Finch. The protagonist wisely and humbly states in the face of a sentient invention which no one's around to applaud, understanding that while this is a great achievement personally, it's also simple to what humankind is capable of achieving in eternity. But again, humans are paradoxical. Finch says, once upon a time there was a solar flare, but the flare didn't finish us off. We did that to ourselves. As a writer, I even enjoyed the writing of the movie, simple and contemplative. Now from there they make the journey, the unlikely companions, an inventor without an award, a creation without an audience, and a dog mostly without a clue of what has transpired in the world. What happens then, how they bond, where they go, and how it ends is the movie for you. That's for you to watch. It's a great movie and not at all deserving of the low ratings it has received. Sure, it's more of the same, but even I cannot imagine at this point what will be a refreshing take on the post-apocalyptic genre in this form. There are many types of pasta, and this for sure is one of the savory ones. Awards won by Finch. The movie has 2 wins and 5 nominations as follows. 2022 winner, Visual Effects Society Award, Outstanding Animated Character Jeff in a Photoreal Feature. 2022 winner, AARP Movies for Grown-Ups Award, Best Buddy Picture, A Story of Friendship. 2023 nominee, Annie Awards, Outstanding Achievement for Character Animation in a Live Action Production. 2022 nominee, Society of Camera Operators, Camera Operator of the Year Award, Feature Film, David J. Thompson, Ian Seabrook. 2021 nominee, St. Louis Film Critics Association, US Award, Best Visual Effects, Finch tied with The Tragedy of Macbeth, 2021 in second place. Another Apple TV Plus film. 2021 nominee, Indiana Film Journalists Association US Award, Best Vocal Motion Capture Performance, Caleb Landry Jones. Like I said, excellently performed. 2022 nominee, Critics' Choice Super Awards. Best Actor in a Science Fiction Fantasy Movie, Tom Hanks. Great acting, no doubt. Finch Trivia. The nominated camera operators David J. Thompson and Ian Seabrook have worked on numerous outstanding films. David J. has worked on I Am Legend, Enough Said, among other outstanding movies like Emancipation, streaming on Apple TV+. Same goes for Ian Seabrook. The guy has worked on Shogun recently and Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. As I said, Finch has excellent cinematography. I will give it a strong 8 out of 10. I will cut 2 points for a lack of originality and the lack of any real conflict or resolution in the movie. It just ends, but it ends on a beautiful somber note. The movie had additional 30 minutes of content after the last scene, but it was cut in the final release because they couldn't fit the story they wanted to tell in the time they had available. Technical and creative constraints, as told by Miguel Sapochnik. A sequel can be expected, but looking at the response Finch got, it's highly unlikely. Even still, it's a fun movie to watch with your family and friends, and it's a great piece of cinema among the bounty of mediocre out there. As for me, I optimistically look forward to the next big project of Miguel Sapochnik.